yesterday, it's very interesting, this story actually. The Christchurch City Council is considering options, including a bylaw. I think they have considered it, and we'll go to our next guest at the moment, Councillor Aaron Keown from the Christchurch City Council, to address something called aggressive begging. And there are suggestions from owners of retail stores in particular, but from just ordinary Christchurch citizens, that aggressive begging is out of control in that city. Now, what is aggressive begging? Is it out of control? And would a bylaw make any difference? Councillor Aaron Keown from the Christchurch City Council joins us. Aaron, lovely to have you on again. Thanks very much for joining us, mate.
Yeah, morning, Michael. Always good to be on your show.
Thank you. Did you consider a bylaw yesterday, did you, at your council meeting?
Not quite. We're not that progressive or responsive at our council. We only have asked staff to look into bringing us back options on what that could look like and look into what bylaws could be possibly used, which is not a bad thing, because they're actually going to go talk to the police and go, what would help you to be able to enforce some of these issues.
Can you tell me what aggressive begging is, please?
Oh, flip. Well, for me, any form of begging or intimidation to get money off someone where you haven't performed a service, I find to be aggressive or egregious anyway. I don't know. And this will be interesting to see what comes back, because I sit in the camp that we should just outlaw all begging.
Yeah, well, that's where I was coming from too. Yeah.
Well, we excel at welfare in this country. I mean, we just have huge numbers of people. There's unlimited, or not unlimited, but huge amounts of support for people that want it. So why do you need to sit outside someone's business and try and get money off people for doing nothing? It makes no sense. Just get a job. And as a society, that's what we should be doing. We should be working out, how do we get these people into some form of employment so they can look after themselves a bit better. It's unacceptable that we think it's okay to let people beg. It's hard on the businesses.
Well, and that's the issue for me. As I understand it, and just to explain to listeners, Aaron, Auckland has had a bylaw implemented for 10 years now. I think 2014 it came in there at aggressive begging. I don't know if it's had any influence at all. That would be a really good question. I suspect not. But as I understand, aggressive begging is basically where people might hoover or congregate around a ATM, and you go and get your money out of the ATM and they sort of, hey, give us some money, that sort of stuff. Or alternatively, they aggressively panhandle you. So they come up and they approach you for money and then tell you that you're a bastard, and much worse words if you don't give them money. Is that your understanding of aggressive begging?
Yes, that seems to be what it is. But where do you draw the line? We have, in the retail industry in this country, there's a lot of young people work, as you'll be aware. It's very represented with the female population. So you'll get a sole charge girl running a store in an inner city around this whole country, might be 19, 20 years old, that will be going in and doing open up and be on for half the day on their own. How do they feel when there's someone sleeping in their doorway, urinating overnight, and then asking people for money on the way in and out? That's unacceptable. And this is going on across many parts of New Zealand, and all of it should be wiped out. Just knock the whole lot on the head and just say it's unacceptable to ask someone for money without performing a service of some sort.
We used to have, the British have had laws vagrancy laws that go back to the 19th century, Aaron, that prohibits begging full stop. Why? And really begging has only become prevalent in my lifetime in the last probably 10 years, maybe 15. It's now an epidemic in Auckland, Wellington, and I'm assuming that you're telling me it's become something of an epidemic, in your CBD and in your suburban shopping areas in Christchurch as well?
Yeah, it has been for some time, but it's become a real problem post-quake. And we've got a beautiful inner city here. A lot of work's gone in. There's some stunning parts, but then you go to walk through and there's someone sitting there with a blanket on, holding a tin out to get money. Few of them have been exposed to be fakes as well. These aren't homeless people. A lot of homeless people generally keep to themselves, and they're quite a different breed. They have problems interacting with society and don't like being in a home. There's all sorts of reasons why some people might live on the streets. But this lot are quite different, and we get them at one of the private malls as well, at Northlands Mall, where they sit on private land right outside the door. I don't know why security's not moving them on.
Right. So if there is going to be a bylaw emanating from the Christchurch City Council, and you've asked your staff for advice and examples elsewhere in New Zealand of where it might be or might not be, you would want to go the whole hog, outlaw begging, full stop.
I would personally, and because I'm one of those people that still believes in democracy, I think we should be asking our citizens as well across the city and just say, look, do we want to just knock aggressive begging on the head, or should all begging and rough sleeping in business doorways be outlawed? And I think I know what the answer will be. It'll be pretty, because there's great organisations there to help people that want help. So, and our government just pours money into welfare. So you don't need to beg. It's just wrong. Just get a job or get another job. But most of these, and I've seen beggars have fights as well over the patch. They come along on their bikes and then they're swearing at the other one because they've already taken their side and things like that. So it's it's unreal. Unreal that I live in a country that basically invented welfareism, and we've got people begging. That's like taking the mickey.